There we go. So for your viewing pleasure, we have a furry friend joining us. On that note, it's 4 o'clock and it's time for Wonder Spark Puppets DIY Puppet Craft. Woo! Alrighty. As I said, my name is Christina. I'm with Wonder Spark Puppets, and it is 4 o'clock. So we're going to get started with our DIY puppet craft. We do these every single day, Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock, and then Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Okay, this week we're doing something really fun. It is Big Animals Week. So all of our puppets are based around different big animals. And so a big animal that I love is polar bears. So today we're going to make this really cute little polar bear puppet. I think it's actually going to be quite simple, so anybody can do it. I had our supply list up for a little bit. Let's just go over what we'll need. So I put on my list 2 paper plates. Really, we only need 1, but for the head we need a little bit more, so I also have a little paper plate as well to use for that. Or you can use cardstock if you don't want to use up 2 paper plates. You can use 1 plate and some cardstock. Or if you don't have any paper plates, like I said a few minutes ago, you can try just using cardstock for the whole thing. What I would do is I would trace the outline of a plate that you have and then work from there, work from that circle shape using the cardstock. So that should work too. Cool. We've got our paper plates. You'll need a cotton ball. I have several just in case. And some scissors, some white glue, a pencil for tracing, a canned good also for tracing. Once again, I have my garbanzo beans. Okay. And, oh, somebody asked, can I use brown cardboard? Yes, you can use brown cardboard. You can either paint it white if you want to make a polar bear, or you can leave it brown and have a brown bear. That would be cool too. All right, so I would recommend like a cereal box kind of cardboard, like the thinner kind. Cool. Hole punch. And just a little bit of black paper. As you can see, I just have a scrap here. This is going to be plenty. And last but not least, so I've kind of engineered this in a way where the legs will just stick right onto our puppet, but sometimes they kind of wobble around a little bit. So I put on there a glue gun if you have one, and if you have an adult around that can help you, if you want to help secure some of the edges of this puppet, you can maybe use a glue gun with some help, but I don't think we will need it. All right, shall we get started? Yes, I think so. Okay, let's put our sample to one side. They can watch us. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the head for my puppet so that I can set it aside and it can dry for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take the smaller plate or your piece of cardstock, whatever you would like, and we're going to trace our canned good. So I'm just putting my can right in the middle of that plate or cardstock. I'm going to take my pencil and just hold that can in place and just outline the bottom of the can. There you go. You can see the line that I made. It's almost the same size as this ridge, but not quite. All right. We're going to take our scissors and cut out that circle that I just made. Wow, this smaller plate is not as easy to work with as I thought, but that's okay. Here we go. All right. And if it's not a perfect circle, that's fine too. If you don't have anything to trace and you just want to basically make a circle, you can do that. Now I've got my circle for my head. Now I'm going to take my cotton ball. I'm just going to put a little bit of white glue on the round side. See how on 2 sides you can see a circle of the cotton ball? I'm going to use one of those sides and put some glue right there. And then I'm going to glue the cotton ball right to the middle of the circle that I've made. All right. It might look a little weird putting it right in the middle, but in the end, it will all make sense. Okay. So, just gonna apply just a little bit of pressure, not too much, just for maybe 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a little bit of pressure. I don't want to squish my cotton ball. Okay. So that looks like it's gonna hold, and I'm gonna set it aside while we do the rest of it so it has a few minutes to dry. All right. Now let's work on the body of our puppet. I'm going to take my paper plate and fold it right in half. Okay. There we go. And now I'm going to cut, I know some paper plates have like a little ridge at different parts. Some plates have like a smaller ridge and some of it goes all the way to the edge. So whichever kind of paper plate you're using, I want you to cut kind of closer to where these little ripples start. Doesn't have to be right up on them, but a little bit closer. So like right about something like that, right? So let's do that. We're gonna cut all the way close to those ridges and out the other side. Excellent. All right, so now this is going to be the body of my polar bear. And this little ridgy part we're going to use for the legs. So I've got this folded in half. I'm going to cut those folds. So now I have 2 pieces, these little C shapes. And I only need one of them. So the other one I can set aside. Now we're going to take this, we're going to fold it in half again, and fold it in half yet one more time. So I've got something about this size. And then I can just make one cut all the way through on that line. And this one is still attached here, so I'm going to cut on that line that I've made as well. So in the end, I should have 4 pieces that are just about the same size. Right? If I put them one in front of the other, yep. See, they're all about the same size. Great. Alrighty. So I've got them all lined up. And now I'm going to make a little cut right there at the top. Maybe just about the width of one of these ridges. I'll mark it out with a pencil so you can see. And I'm going to do it while they're all stacked up so that I can cut about the exact same amount in each one. That might be a little too much. Yeah, only just about 1 centimeter is all you'll really need. So just a little snip like that. All right, I'm going through all 4 at once. Okay. So now I have all 4 pieces and they all have this little snip right in the top. Okay? So those are our legs. Now, we're going to take our body and on each side, I'm going to make another little snip. And it's going to go through both sides. And I'll mark that out with a pencil as well so you can kind of see about what I'm talking about. Okay. Something like that. This one's not quite straight. You want to get it as straight as possible. So I might try to straighten it out with my scissors. All right, so 2 little snips. Let's do that now. There. And there. All right. Doesn't quite look like a polar bear yet, does it? Well, let's see if we can get it to look like a polar bear. All right. So now, if I open my plate, I've got a slit on either side towards the front and a slit on either side towards the back. You can't really tell which one is the front and which one is the back, right? So now we're going to decide. I think this side's going to be the front. Either way, they should look about the same right now. And I'm going to make one last little slit. This is going to be a smaller one again. Maybe just about a centimeter. And it's going to be quite close to the front, right? Not somewhere out here in the middle. Pretty close to the front. And just a little ways down. I'm going to cut that now. Ha. Okay. So we've got a slit here, slit on either side, and then 2 more slits on either side. I think we're ready to put our polar bear together. Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to start with the legs. All right. So for each piece that I have, I'm going to take the little slit that we cut towards the top, and I'm going to slide it right in to each of those slits that we made on the body. It should fit really nicely. There we go. Excellent. And we're going to do that with all 4 of those slits. You take the slit on the top and slide it right in. There we go. Nice. And sometimes when you put it on, it might want to flatten out like that. But if you just work with it a little bit, you should be able to get your legs nice and straight on. Okay. Let's do the back legs. Okay. Very nice. And I made it so that, I think this kind of gives it a nice polar bear shape, is the round part kind of goes out from my puppet, right? If I put it on the other way, if I put it so that the round part is going in, it looks a little less polar bear-y, right? So, polar bears are very big, they have a lot of girth, so I like the legs rounded out like this. Okay. All right. I think that's going to do nicely. Ta-da! You can test it out. Yep, our puppet's going to stand up nice. So if you're finding that your legs keep wanting to twist, this one's twisting a little bit, but that might be something for the glue gun. If you want to do that, I would just get an adult and just on either side, maybe just put a little line of glue. So that'll secure the legs a little bit more. But again, I don't think we really need to do that. So I don't think I'm going to bother with it. Let's go back to our head with our cute little nose right in the middle. So remember the slit that we made close to the front here? Let's see. My pencil mark is on this side, so you can see it a little better right there. Our head is going to slide right into this little slit. There we go. Ta-da! What are we missing? Well, we have a nose. We don't have much else. So let's make some ears and some eyes, and we'll make a cute little black nose as well. Let's do the ears first. I'm going to go back to that other C shape that I had, and I'm going to cut about 2 of these little ridges, 2 together, and I'm going to do that twice. So here's the length of 2 little ridges, 1, 2, and I'm going to do that one more time. So I've got 2 little pieces like this, and I'm just going to round out these corners on the side that's a little bit wider. Just going to round out those corners. These are going to be my ears. Cute little polar bear ears. So I'll use some white glue and I'll just stick them right on the back of the head, just like that. All right, simple enough. There's one. I'm going to hold it down, press it in place. Actually, I'm going to make it a little shorter. There we go. Let's hold it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do the other one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie doke. Ah, it's already looking very cute. All right, almost done. Let's grab our black paper and my hole punch, and I'm going to punch 3 holes. 2 eyes and a nose. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to open the bottom. So now I've got my 3 little holes. And these are a little hard to keep track of, so if you need an adult for this part as well, you can ask for an adult. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my glue. I'm going to put 2 little black dots right about there, and the last one I'm going to put right here on the front of the nose. Okay. Again, these are a little hard to hold on to. So see, I have a little bit, a droplet of glue that's just here on the tip. Oh, and I'm just going to brush my little black dot onto that little blob. It'll make things a little bit less messy. There we go. One more time. Let's see. Whoop. I told you these are hard to hold on to. There we go. Okay. Got my 2 eyes. Let's get our little nose on there. Okay, there's our polar bear. Look how cute. Okay, now this puppet is a tabletop puppet. So how do you think we're gonna use this puppet? On a tabletop, that's right. So the reason why I like this one is, if you wanted to, we could attach a popsicle stick to the back. A lot of times tabletop puppets will have a little rod or something that you control them with. But I think, because we want the belly to stay nice and wide, we don't want to kind of smush it together too much. So if you just put maybe your middle finger right here in the ridge and hold it kind of loosely, you can control your puppet really quite easily. And you have a lot of control over the movement. Boing, 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 boing. Yeah. So we don't have to add any extra control for this puppet. We can use the puppet itself. And I think it works really nicely. So, last thing. What I did in the video is I just used a scrap sheet of white material, and you can make a little wintry scene for your polar bear. There we go. And now your polar bear can bounce around in the snow. How cute. Super simple. Okay. So maybe you got some sheets in the laundry or a pillowcase. You can just grab it and make a fun little wintry home for your polar bear. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Once again, we are Wonder Spark Puppets. You can always visit us at our website. Let me get my fancy high-tech sign. wondersparkpuppets.com. We have merch, we have raffle tickets for sale. You can enter to win your own private live streamed puppet show, or you can buy a puppet telegram or a live puppet chat with one of our puppets. So definitely check us out there. Like I said, we do these DIY puppet crafts every day, 4 o'clock on weekdays, 10 o'clock Saturdays and Sundays, and every Friday we live stream a full puppet show for free. And this week, for Big Animals Week, on Friday at 11 a.m., we are doing Fox Fables. And that one features a fox, but it also has lots of other cool animals, one of which is very, very big. So look out for that. One last thing. Tomorrow, we've done this a couple times, but tomorrow we're going to team up with the Astoria Bookshop. So check them out. They have a live story time Thursdays on Instagram Live. So check them out in the morning, and then we'll be making some more big animal puppets in the afternoon. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your puppets. Bye. Oh, and post pictures. We love them. We love seeing your puppets. Bye, everyone.